Bueno, estamos acá con Foster Perry, que es un chamán que viene por más de 30 años recorriendo todo el mundo con su conocimiento, haciendo sanaciones a miles de personas. Y hoy le queremos preguntar a Foster, acá en Argentina, dándole la bienvenida, ¿por qué? Que nos hable un poquito de por qué es bueno el chamanismo para la gente. ¿Cómo influencia a las personas?
Well, shamanism, first when you have a depletion of soil, when you have a depletion of food, when there's not enough available later, when you no longer can talk to the water, to the air, to the fire ceremonies and the campfires, when you can't gather around light, when you don't store spiritual energy, this is when you need shamanism. Because shamanism is about restoring the land, restoring the spirit of the land, restoring people back to harmony with nature and balance within themselves and with the earth. Shamans are the ones who taught ecology. We were the ones who created really the idea originally of conservation, of true healing through the earth, through the land, through certain rituals like the medicine wheel is a ritual that we all use in order to bring peace to different kinds of people, different kinds of tribes, so that they all come together. And the medicine wheel evolved into the sacred circle, the sacred hoop, the idea of all of us coming together and balancing ourselves with the universe, with the seasons, that we see inside of the seasons a reflection of our own inner life. And all this in shamanism is about how we as a race will survive whatever is coming on this planet. When there's no food, we need to do shamanism in order to revive, how to respect food, what kind of plants are we going to keep in the future. How are all plants, what are their secret mysteries? How do we use them in so many applications? How do you speak to the plants and learn from their spirits? This is very important later for food production, for our own spirituality. If you lose your spirituality, you become less strong, with no faith, and you forget the blessing of the earth, the blessing of the land. You forget to bless each other.
What this knowledge to keep alive? What can we do?
The most important thing is consistency, to start to respect the earth and each other, how to learn the kindness with the earth, because every plant remembers you and every plant is alive. Like there are many books about the secret life of plants. So for instance, what you do to a plant in nature will come back to you. All the plants know what you're doing and they talk among each other, and then they will respond to you whether they open to you or not, based on how you approach the plants, how you approach the trees. For years I taught plant medicines, the ogams, the tree druidic knowledge, and much, much more. You know, different shamans' knowledge of plants and how to use them. I like every kind of tradition that involves plants to do specific things, to use it even in magic purposes. So every tree is connected to each other. How you approach a tree, how you connect with it, how you learn from it, in the end tells all the other trees, and all the other trees know you. Every piece of water is billions of years old, so it's containing so much history. And it's time that people use their consciousness and awareness to tune into that history, to know billions of years of this planet and gather that knowledge together and become more awakened. I think that shamanism is important because it's an original teaching. Before there were priests, before there were doctors, there were shamans.
People can heal their pain with shamanism?
Absolutely. Shamanism was before therapy, psychological therapy. So we worked with the plants, we worked with people to harmonize them with nature, we talked to the body, we talked to the cells, we like to talk even to illnesses to help them to go away. It is a fascinating language of the spirit. And when you are working in healing, you're trying to heal the mind. then you're healing the body too, you're healing the spirit. And when you do all of it together, a person starts to recover. But it's up to them to be consistent. It's up to them to make a frame and live it in their lives. It's not enough just to dabble in things. You have to actually go into a kind of practice. A way of living with each other, a way of honoring the earth, a way of recycling everything, since the earth is always teaching us how to recycle. That reincarnation is part of life, because life is constantly changing seasons and being reborn again and again and again, to teach us that. Where do we originally come from? The stars. Shamanism is all about the star language, how to be able to communicate with the stars, how to use the stars' energies personally in our own lives for empowerment. So shamanism is about empowerment, infinity, coming outside of time to be able to bend time. And of course, many quantum physicists really have to study shamans in the end, because it is our ideas that now become this new quantum knowledge. And it's something we've been doing for hundreds of years. So now that quantum physics is catching up to shamanism and now going to apply it in technology, shamans are very important because they are visionaries. They are mythological creatures. They keep stories alive. They tell the stories of the plants, how things came into being through stories. They tell the creation of the earth. They tell always the stories they feel are important for people to learn the 34 lessons of the life, for instance, and all their pathways. All of this is our body of knowledge. And all of it, in the end, I think, will help the earth during a more catastrophic process of cleansing that it has to go through. And I think this cleansing is coming. So shamans are very important for guiding people, counseling people, training people, how to be warriors, how to use their mind for higher mind development, how that higher mind development eventually also becomes spiritual development, how all of it is spiritual, how everything in life is spiritual, and how we live in a spirit-infused way. And in the end, we also help people when they die, so they know where to go. We help people with birthing, because like many midwives and many healers, many shamans can be healers, and they can work in an incredible way to help a baby to come into the world, to help someone to die. There are different shamans for everything. There's the star shamans who work with the stellar forces. There are the shamans of the earth who work with earth forces. And there are the shamans, of course, that have to do with something completely else. There are quite magical shamans. There are the shamans who have the mysteries of the moon and the lunar mysteries, and all those things empower people. They bring us in touch with the world we're living in. They help us to reconnect to nature, and nature as reflected in the sky, as above, so below.
So always remember.
Remember and make correspondences. Have a resonance for these things. Build a stronger connection to things, because then you're drawing things to you. Whatever you resonate with is what you're going to draw to you in your life. Whatever you feel is your own essence, what you feel is real, is what you're attracting in your life. And if you concentrate on problems, you're not concentrating on solutions. Shamans are always about the solution before the problem occurs. To look at seership, to see things before they occur. To go into plant medicines, to be able to bring people back to the knowledge of plants and how plants heal by having a connection to them, a communication. All of it is communication. Everything is alive for a shaman. And of course, for all of us, we are on this planet to develop spiritually, to develop our lives, to live exactly what we intended, to create our lives. And that is shamanism. You're here to create your own life. You're not any more victim or any more not in control. You have to learn to be always in control of your life, in control of forces, elemental forces, astral forces, and be in harmony with this universe and be able to communicate in the universe. I think this is the birthright of every human being, and why every human being in the essence has to become a shaman at some time. They have to know the laws of this world, how to work within universal laws, because only by doing that can you actually live in a true way, in an empowered way, and in a very strong way on earth. And if you don't feel you have that strength, there are ways in shamanism to build it. And shamans, of course, are about weather, how to work with weather, how to bring balance to places we live. These are art forms. It is an art form we should never lose.
And you will teach all this knowledge during the next year?
So far it's been 30 years I've been teaching, and I will continue probably till I die, another, another 40, 50 years.
Which is your big dream?
My dream, I'm doing it. I'm actually living my dream. Probably to have a center again. I used to have a center in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Now I have a center in California, but I would like to build more, another center, and probably a few around the world, if I feel like it. But I'm happily married, I have many things, I have everything I wanted, and probably I would like to just keep expanding.
And in the end, what can you say to us about love?
Love, the essence of creation, the purpose of creation. Love is so many things. To not confuse love and sexuality. To learn how to take care of children, learn how to love them, or take care of animals, or take care of yourself properly, to love yourself. But especially, love is about community, and knowledge is as important as love. Only through knowledge, only through tremendous living the knowledge, walking your talk, being practical with your knowledge, are you eventually going to realize the virtues of love and all the virtues that were brought here to this world, so that love teaches us to be in service to others, in service to this planet, in service to all of life, because shamans are always saying, to all my relations, to all the different plants, animals, trees, finned, furred, all the different kinds of creatures that we share this world with. And there are many other worlds that we share this world with. There are underworlds, there are other species here. And shamans remember them and try to interact with them. Of course, a lot of times for power, for strength, and also for healing. And we're taught by these spirits, and we still keep a connection to the spirits.
Okay, thank you, Foster. Thank you, and you always welcome here in Argentina.
HOOO.
Oh.
HOOO.